as someone who is relatively adept at using swords and martial arts as well, I can tell you right now, this is a shit show.
So people who don't know about Lord of the Rings, Numenor is effectively Atlantis, right? They're the pinnacle of human civilization. Their fighters were known to be the greatest human fighters available.
If I remember correctly, they also are stronger than and live longer than normal humans.
Yes, but let's have a little enjoyment here. I just love the stance that this warrior of Numenor takes, getting ready to fight Galadriel, as I really enjoyed people calling her.
I'll tell you right now, just looking at them, neither of them has assumed a stance. It's obvious that she's trying really hard to act like she just gives no shits about the people who are trying to kill her, because they're not using blunted blades, as far as I can tell. Those look like metal. And the overcommitting to the swings in this scene, maybe you're trying to show that she is way more skilled and able and competent with her blade than this guy. But what you have really shown us in this video is that this guy does not have any idea how to fight with a sword, because he overextends every time he swings the fucking thing. This guy is one of your soldiers.
So let's just again.
So why are they fighting in what looks like the marketplace? Like,
yeah, because apparently
are
that's
you
where you train,
so
right?
poor that you don't have training grounds for your soldiers, preferably right beside the barracks?
And look at the face. She's just like, I'm beating you. No.
And his is the face of, I really wish I'd have asked for more money before I took this part.
The facial expression for the actress playing Galadriel is just
smug self-satisfaction.
Yes. Oh, and this is great. They're doing, you can see in the editing, they're completely doing cuts to try to cover the...
Wait, back it up a little. Now watch this. Watch this.
Yeah, where he'd pulled like the Three Stooges thing.
Why did that dude launch himself off of her ass like she just hip-checked him with the force of 1,000 dragons?
This reminds me of when, like, Az at Heels vs. Babyface and the other people, like Mahler and them, would do the reviews on Batwoman. And they just talk about the stuntmen. Like,
they would talk about very accommodating stuntmen.
Yeah, these are very accommodating stuntmen. Just like in wrestling, it's called putting somebody over. And, overly exaggerated responses to the moves that are happening. And
well, I'll tell you what, WWF was more convincing than this ever would be. Oh, I'm sorry, they changed their name, didn't they? They're WWE now.
Yeah, they haven't been the World Wildlife Federation sued them 25 years ago and got that name.
Which was stupid.
That face. There it is.
You know what's funny is this week I watched Fellowship of the Ring and the Two Towers. I'm going to finish it up this weekend, but like Galadriel is nothing like this character. There is no logical reason in my brain that I could take this character and go, this is what becomes Galadriel in the Fellowship of the Ring. And what the hell was that? Did she just grab his sword out of his hand? Is that what was supposed to happen there?
Yeah, she just like reached over.
She just grabbed his sword out of his hand. And the only thing he could bring himself to do in that whole exchange was look shocked that she grabbed his sword and punched the bitch in the face. These are the defenders of your fucking kingdom.
Oh, now she's dual wielding.
This is awful.
Wait for it. Twisted. I think the back. There it is. Like,
yeah, I don't know what this is.
She's just leaning over, and there's supposedly 5 or 6 people trying to fight her, and she should be dead.
You know what's always amused me about these things, too? This is a Hollywood misconception of some kind, but they always seem to think, well, if they're fighting more people, just give them another sword, and they'll be able to fight more people more effectively. This doesn't necessarily help you.
We're going to focus on this part here. Look, watch this. She sort of blocks, but you can see this guy's sword.
What's with this lunge?
But here, what I'm getting at is his sword is actually making physical contact with her shoulder. Swords are generally bladed weapons, right? Just if you drag it across that shoulder, look, it's right there. She's not actually blocking it off of her body. Am I crazy? Do you see what I'm talking about?
Say that since she's got the reverse grip, she's got it braced against her forearm and is using it kind of like a shield.
But that would be fine if she was turned further away and the blade of the other person's sword was on just her sword.
Yeah, and in all honesty, with her position, like he could launch so many follow-up strikes here that would kind of leave her screwed because she's up against a pillar. And her arm that's to the back isn't going to be able to get around to block quickly enough. And that reverse grip, it doesn't allow for a lot of mobility for blocks. But I'm sure she will somehow seize the day and defeat them all like it was no big deal.
Look at this view. You see his sword just on her arm with the bladed side on her.
Well, this is what must have made the little cut on the shirt that she talks about at the end of the scene. Yeah, what the hell was that? And that. And that. And they're all like, oh man, great job. You almost nicked her. Whew. Oh man.